Hey guys, Jay here, going to offer you some recommendations and some adaptations for ways in which we might modify our CrossFit linchpin workouts for kids. We're going to take a closer look at the iconic workout Nasty Girls. It's on Wednesday. Workout is 3 rounds for time, 50 air squats, 7 muscle ups and 10 hand power cleans. For our advanced kids, we're going to change the number of rounds. We're going to actually increase the rounds here, but we're going to lower the reps. This is going to give them an opportunity to go through the movements a good few times and have some opportunity to practice those movements. This is 6 rounds for quality, as always. The children are going to do 10 air squats, 5 kipping pull-ups. If they haven't quite got a kipping pull-up, for example, they haven't mastered the technique of that yet, or they haven't got the prerequisites that they need, i.e. a strict pull-up, then you're going to go to 5 toe-assisted pull-ups. You can go back through some of the older videos to look for some examples of that. And we've got 4 dumbbell hang power cleans. So light dumbbells, load that the children can move well, and a load that they can move consistently. The reason that I've chosen 6 rounds is, as I mentioned slightly earlier, that I want them to come back through this. I don't want to give them too much volume in one go. I find if they were to do something like 20 plus of repetitions of a movement, then that can see their movement deteriorate. However, we can still give them that amount of volume, we just give it to them in smaller chunks. So instead of say 3 rounds for 20 reps of air squats, we've got 6 rounds for 10 reps. Again, I'm keeping the number of reps for the kipping pull-ups and or the toe-assisted pull-ups quite low because we want quality rather than quantity. And the same for the dumbbell hang power clean. I'd like them to move quick, I'd like them to move well, but not lose the quality of the movement because of fatigue or loss of concentration. For our less experienced children, we're going to have an AMRAP for quality, and we're going to keep the reps nice and small so they get lots of time to move between the reps, but they also get lots of practice going back over that as with an AMRAP. So 5 air squats. They're going to do 5 bar hanging progressions. Now that is dependent on where your children are at or what movement they like out of those bar hanging progressions. They might like a particular movement, so this is a great opportunity to give them some ownership. Now, if you're doing the hanging, just the hanging, maybe say do that for 10 to 20 seconds per round. And then the box jump, and that's at a height that's appropriate for your children. Just remember some of those mechanics, so feet underneath the hips, and then as they jump and as they land, their knees are tracking their toes. For our no equipment option today, we've got again an AMRAP for quality. We've got 5 squats, 5 Superman to dish or Superman to arch to dish, whichever terminology you use. I'll have a video showing you that. And then we've got 10 meters broad jump. With all of these workouts here, the focus is on quality. The focus is on really nice controlled air squats. If they can do kipping pull-ups, make sure that they are not losing that Superman or dish shape as they're doing that movement. Make sure that it is consistent throughout the reps. And they're hitting those positions with a toe-assisted pull-up as well. For the dumbbell hang power clean, now you're going to see in the video a couple of faults on my son that we're really trying to work on. Where it's a hang dumbbell power clean, as he dips, he tends to come forward onto his toes. You'll see that. And also, we're working really hard on him as he extends, as he jumps, keeping those knees tracking the toes. And sometimes his knees tend to come in a little, but we're working hard on improving that. For the bar hanging progressions, make sure they're nice and controlled. For safety, I tend to have the children at a height where they can let go and drop safely on their own. And for the box jump, again, keep it a nice and height where they can consistently hit that height with ease. We don't want to be challenging with max height box jumps. For the Superman to dish, make sure the movements are of quality again. As always, this is a theme throughout our workouts. Make sure the children are nice and extended, hands extended out behind their heads and their toes pointed, pushing their lower back into the ground for the dish and extending through for that Superman, and you'll see a video of those. And for the broad jump, Again, thinking about those jumping and landing mechanics. So knees tracking the toes, nice soft landing, so bending the knees on the landing. Have fun with these workouts, guys. Just really to reinforce that point that I've addressed a few times before, is that whenever we're coaching any of these movements, you really want to just dial in on one point of performance, whether that be the stance, where the feet go, the line of action, so the hips moving back before the knees bend, or the range of motion, or maintaining a neutral lumbar curve, whichever it might be. For your children, just focus on one aspect and then gradually layer it on as they get more experienced. So really you can see here actually that my son does some nice kip swings to start, and really that's him reinforcing those positions that we want him to hit, that nice arch and that nice dish position. For the dumbbell hang power clean, we're really focusing on the dip at the moment, so making sure the feet stay through the heels, getting those hips back on the dip rather than sending the knees too far forward and dipping too low, and that's causing him to rock forwards onto his toes. It's still a work in progress, but it's getting much better. Now for the bar hanging progressions, really starting with the most basic, the bar hang, and just full grip on the bar, trying to be in a nice hollow position. Then we move on to hand releases, sort of the next level of complexity, and then using those hand releases to traverse side to side along the bar. And then we move on to some hip or monkey taps. Really, we're just another layer of complexity of that hand release, being able to maintain a grip on the bar with one hand, shows really good grip strength. And then we just finish with some round the world, so just a bit of kinesthetic awareness, being able to move your body in space. Also, it entails a lot of grip strength here. So, the children aren't going to be able to do pull-ups or toes to bar or any of the other hanging movements if they don't have the grip. And just the Superman or arch to dish or to hollow, really looking to extend through the arms and the legs, lifting the shoulders and legs off the floor, and then pushing the lower back into the ground on the dish shape.